What is up guys, Marshall here and welcome to another Made-In episode. Today we're back in the Netherlands with Feyenoord. I've already been there for Ajax, now we have their rivals. They've produced quite a number of good talents over the years, most notably Robin van Persie, who is currently at Manchester United. Now we'll start in net with Mulder. Mulder's still at the club, he's got 77 reflexes, his positioning's not the best, but he is a solid silver keeper. Now into the centre-backs then, we'll start on the right-hand side. And it is the current Feyenoord captain. We have De Vrij, as you can see there, his pace, it's only 68. That's probably the average around these centre-backs. They're not the fastest in the world, but we do have the DMs there who will support those centre-backs. Now right in the middle we have Martins Indy, who again is still at Feyenoord. So we've got 3 Feyenoord players so far in Mulder even, De Vrij, Martins Indy. Now at left hand side we have our first non-Feyenoord player, and that is Jeffrey Bruma, who went to Chelsea. Now he is on loan at Hamburg. Into midfield then, and we'll start on the right hand side with an inform, and the inform is in the shape of this man, Jonathan de Guzman, currently at Swansea on loan from Villarreal, I do believe. Hopefully he'll sign a long-term deal because he's brilliant in the Premier League. He's been one of the most consistent centre midfielders slash CDMs, even a cam at times, in the Premier League this season. Even in the Cup, the League Cup, Leroy Fer is beside him. Now at FC20, now on the left hand side we have a left winger in the shape of this man, Cabral. He is superb on this game. He is a pace demon, honestly. That pace doesn't give him justice. He's a lot faster than that suggests. In to the right hand side, in right midfield we do have a CM. Unfortunately I couldn't really get a right midfielder. We have Classy, who is yet again still at Feyenoord. He is a brilliant player, by the way, even out there. It's not in his proper position, but he is superb on the right hand side. Into Cam we have another Feyenoord player who is now playing his trade for a different club in the Eredivisie, and as you can see that's Wijnaldum, I think that's how you say his name. He used to have those massive dreadlocks, if anyone can remember, almost a bit like Edgar Davids or someone like that. Up front, I did mention him at the start of this episode, Robin van Persie, most definitely the most famous player to have come through Feyenoord's academy in, well, quite a number of years. In my memory anyways, he is the best. Alongside him we have Castaños, he is silver, I think that's how you say his name. Now this guy, he is one of the best silver strikers I've used in this game, honestly. He's got so much power in his shots, he's fast, he's strong, he's good in the air. He's just an all-round superb player. Now into the games, I just want to mention before we hop into these goals that Feyenoord's academy, it's a bit different to other academies. They're kind of joint. I think it's with, or who is it with? I think it's De Graafschap. They're kind of mixed, their youth academies. So they do pick from both academies. As you see there, Castaños gets me off to a flyer before Robin van Persie gets in on the act. In the first game it's 2-0 now. Nice little strike across him in extra time. Now later on in that game, this guy, he just completely capsized. Wijnaldum running through and goal. What's his keeper doing there? I'll never know. And it's a nice strike into the net. And I do stretch a lead further later on. I'd go for the specular effort with the informed de Guzman, who has a rocket on his right foot, by the way. Keeper can't handle it, it's far too hot to handle. And it's that man again, Castaños, who puts it in, and the final score in that game was 4-1, so it's a great start to this episode and the 3 games that I do play with the clubs. Into the second game, and yet again I do get off to a flyer. It is Cabral on this left hand side. He works his way in, he gives it to Wijnaldum, and how about that for an effort? Great save from the keeper though, before Van Persie does finish it. Nice little volley from Van Persie into the net, even though it's probably the easiest chance he will get. He now has 2-2. Castaños, who without a doubt is definitely the best player. Look at that ball from Classy, great pass into Van Persie, and the keeper again in no man's land. That's twice in 2 games. First with Wijnaldum and there with Robin van Persie. This time Castaños, he does get very lucky, but he does go through. I don't sweat and cut it back. I take it on the keeper and put it in the net. And this team, they can definitely mix it with the best. Honestly, defence a little bit suspect, yes, but going forward, They are brilliant in that man. Castaños can just literally do no wrong. Definitely go and buy him if you haven't had him already on this game. Again, that was probably the pick of the bunch from his goals. Into the final game then, and how about this for a start? Winning the ball back from his kickoff. It's Clashy now on the ball. Into Castaños. Nice little bit of interplay before it's hung up. And yet again, it's that man in the right place at the right time. Castaños with the left-footed volley. He's just all over the place. His strength gets him past players. His pace does. His finishing's brilliant. His heading's brilliant. Couldn't say enough about the man. Now this is probably my favourite goal. Just look at the chest. Little takedown. Completely sells that centre back. I just love that in-game. Great little finish from Wijnaldum. Before later on in that game I do win a penalty. It's this man on the right hand side. He's not a natural winger, but he does play like one. He was brilliant out there. He actually surprised me. Won that penalty, and it's going to be put away by Mulder, the goalkeeper. And what a way to finish off this episode. So that is it. If you did enjoy it, drop a like, and I will see you guys next time.